Hey everyone, welcome in. This is my October predictions here. You're probably wondering, why is Agatha sitting next to me? I want to first announce I have a lot going on in October, so I want to announce ways that you can come with me, have a blast with me, playing in energy, manifesting, and evolving, growing your soul. So the first thing that I'm doing is Agatha, my artist, she's a witch. If you see all the symbols going on there too, there is lightning bolts, there's third eye, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. So we're going to be doing a bring your witch seance channeling party. Did that make sense? I can't wait for this. This is going to be here locally at my clubhouse here on the water in Sarasota. So those of you ladies, get your witchy out here. I am going to help you channel your inner goddess witch and bring her to canvas. And as we're doing this, we're going to be doing a seance where I'm going to be channeling, giving you all of the messages, giving you messages from loved ones on the other side, but also messages just in general from your goddess. So that's the first thing I'm doing. Make sure to go to my website, vicki-miller.com. Other thing that I'm going to be hosting is a goddess retreat coming here soon. Cannot wait for my goddess retreat, November 2nd and 3rd at the Sarasota Yacht Club. If you guys have never been to the Sarasota Yacht Club, it is a must. It is a beautiful place. It's private. And it is a gorgeous way to really dive in deep to heal. Many people will ask me, what is a goddess retreat? I've been doing them for many, many years. And is what a goddess retreat is, you are going to go in and you are going to come out a whole different person. When you come into the goddess retreat, we have sacred women coming together in a sacred circle to release. Pretty much you're going to lose like a whole bunch of pounds of stress and worry and cords and toxic energy, and elevate your frequency through energy cord cuttings, meditations. I have sound bowl healing. I got past life healings, Kundalini awakening, third eye awakening. I mean, there's just so many things that we do at this. It's going to be 2 days and lunches included. So make sure to check that out on my website, vicki-miller.com. I am a medium, psychic, energy healer for people and pets, the author of the book, Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days, and have a podcast. Check out my podcast, Magical You, on Spotify. That's where I have been, oh my God, I've had my podcast probably 15, 20 years. And that is where I can come on there and they can't kick me off, because I get kicked off all the time for speaking the truth, and by saying certain things, I have to be very careful here on social media. So make sure to check that out. I do try to drop 2 podcasts a week and give you guys predictions, just as we had Helene. Did I just say that right? Helene. We just had the hurricane, and I did predict this to a T, to exactly where it was going to be up in North Carolina and Georgia. And so I want to talk about this. We're going to talk about October's predictions going in right now. We have eclipse. Eclipse is October 2nd. Eclipse means things will be eclipsing out of your life and things will be eclipsing into your life. That means the things that you have outgrown. The relationships is going to be the hot spot. We're in Libra. Libra season is about relationships. You may hear my doggy here too. Ivy is behind me here. So we're going to be seeing relationships. You're going to be reevaluating relationships in pretty much all ways. So this means your loved ones. This means even your relationship with yourself, relationship with your jobs. You're going to really go look at there and be saying, like, is this really working for me? And this is eclipse time. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to hear a shitload of divorces are going to be happening. Breakups are going to be happening. This just means that you've outgrown them. This is what eclipses do. It's the way the universe comes in and says, this isn't working for you anymore. You've been holding on to this really tight. So I'm just going to come in here and help you and take it for you. And it's going to open your arms for something better to come in. So know during this time, if something does leave your life, like a job, a relationship, also we're going to see a lot of people leave the planet too at this time. And pets too, me being the pet psychic, I will tell you that too. So know that when these things come out of your life, it's opening up space for wonderful things to come into your life. October, I do feel is going to be like a fast month, where I feel I keep seeing the images of synchronicity lining up, your people just kind of like soulmates appearing for you, your tribe, the things you've been calling in, the things you've been wanting to manifest. It's going to show up like this. So be very careful of the stories you speak, of the stuff you put out there. What you say, your words will become things. They'll become things really fast this month. So be careful about that. So be speaking positive, be speaking what you want in your life, not what you don't want. So for example, don't keep going around telling people how poor you are or how bad it is, dating world, whatever it is, because that is going to intensify and be big. So talk a powerful, wonderful, positive story, and you're going to see everything just start falling into your lap. The other thing I do see with this too, sorry, I have like a hair here itching me. I'm getting itchy. So I also feel this is too, we do see the storm coming in. There's already been talks. I already said the end of September, we're going to see major storms come in, and that, we just had one. We just had a hurricane here. I am in Sarasota, Florida. I do feel that we're going to have more storm. The storm that they're looking at right now, today is September 29th, I think. I never know the day or date. I think it's September 29th. So they are looking at a couple different storms coming up. I will tell you, worldwide, this is going to be the flooding year. I've been telling you guys this. Two big things I want you to really take serious is water. Been saying I do see water, so I do feel making sure you get water, because we are going to see toxic water as we're already on boil water notice here. The Carolinas and Georgia, they don't even have electricity. It's going to be a while, and my hearts go out to you guys. I have a lot of clients up there. We're supposed to do a private goddess retreat in Carolinas and next week, and now I can't because they have nothing, and it's just really sad. Like, they don't even have electricity, and one of my clients said it could be weeks before they do, and she has 8 horses. She has a lot of horses and doesn't have water for them either. So it's just a really sad time. So I want all of you guys to be prepared, because I do see major storms coming. The storms that I do see in the Gulf right now, I feel it's going to go, I definitely don't feel it's going to be as big of a storm that we just had, but I do see it intensifying, and I feel it's going to be more left than what Helene was. I see it more like on the tip of Florida going up, and this time though, I think it's going to go up. Just like I knew the other one was going to go up in North Carolina and Georgia, I feel this is going to hit more of the Mississippi area, Alabama. I'm trying to think like what's left up there. I see it hitting more of like more where food is grown. So this is where also where I want to tell you is food supply. Food supply is going to get hit hard this year, especially with flooding. I see flooding everywhere. Next, we're going to have out west. We're going to have in California. We're going to start seeing a lot of fires, floods, and mudslides out there. Huge food place there, So be aware of this. I would definitely get water. I've been telling you guys for 6 months now, have some way to get water. I did post on my Facebook fan page, and we'll be going out in my newsletter. Definitely go to my website, vicki-miller.com, get on my newsletter. I give a whole bunch of free goodies on my newsletter, what's coming up, how to work with things, how to grow, evolve, manifest, all those good things, and obviously my events too, and my specials if I ever have any. So make sure to get on my website, vicki-miller.com, vickie-miller.com. And on there was the newsletter, and I will send this out too. There is this really cool water thing. I don't know what to call it. You plug it in, and it grabs water like from the humidity, and it brings it into it makes water. So here in Florida, we can make up to 8 gallons a day. I would suggest this. I'm going to tell you, we are going to see a major water shortage everywhere because of the flooding. So I do see the flooding coming up. I do see the storm coming up, and I don't feel it as powerful as Helene, but I do feel it is going to be it feels, when I tap into it, is what I do is I see it going up Florida on the tip. Like, I really feel it's going to be on the tip of northern Florida. Of course, anytime that any storm comes in the Gulf, all of Florida, because we're right there in the Gulf, we're going to get effects, So yeah, I definitely feel that. I just don't feel it's going to be as tense as the other one. I kind of see it going up, and maybe even a little bit the same way that the other one was. So just be prepared. I'm just telling everybody, be prepared. Anywhere that you're at, there's going to be weird catastrophes that we've never seen in weird places. So we're going to have earthquakes in places we've never seen. We're going to have flooding, tornadoes. The Helene, I felt there was going to be a whole bunch of tornadoes, and there was. This one, I actually see more rain and water. So unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, but we could actually have more flooding with this one coming up. And what I feel is, I feel that this one will come up, and then I feel another one coming up, and another one coming up. So we're going to definitely have an active month in October. And this is also thinking the eclipse, because the eclipse is a way of clearing out things that no longer serve us. Now, this brings me to the next thing that I see is the systems. People are going to freak out because I don't see an election. I've been saying this since 2020. I don't see an election, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's going to be a combination of weather, sickness, of no food, no water, people not be able to get there. It could definitely be. It wouldn't surprise me, but I still don't see an election. And I feel October is going to be the month, because we're talking about October right now. This is going to be the month where there could be some heated arguments coming up, heated arguments between relationships, also heated arguments between war. So I do feel we're going to see an increase with Israel and an increase of the Middle East there of war. And Russia has been coming to me and China's been coming to me for a while too. There could possibly be war. I do feel there's going to be some kind of talks of war. I do also see the truth be coming out like big time. Already we've been seeing so many celebrities come out of what's coming up there. This stuff that's been going on there, I have all of those has been my clients. I've been in that world for many years. I've been in the world of government. I've been in the world of even senators, even the presidents. I've seen everything. Those are my clients. So I've seen the back end part. And I will tell you, sex trafficking has been a huge, huge thing for many, many years. And we're going to see so many of the truth come out this year. Thank God, as it should. And we're going to start seeing more names that we know on a global level. We're going to start seeing the truth come out. So the truth big time. The other thing I see this month is we're going to start seeing like a lot of weird things, just like the 2 moons coming out. I'm still cracking up. 2 moons. I've been doing this for 20 some years, right? 20 years ago, if you spoke about 2 moons coming up, people would question it a lot more than they are right now. It's just like, nobody's questioning this 2 moon thing. And here I am, a medium psychic, and I'm questioning the 2 moon thing. I'm like, where the hell did this 2 moons come from? It just like appeared, right? And how's it going to affect us? This is the thing that I'm starting to think too, because the full moon affects us. It affects, you may not even know this, even parasites. I work with a lot of horses. I work with vets with horses too. And they say that the parasites come out because we're releasing. The full moon's about releasing. So imagine putting another moon in there. So I feel we're going to start feeling these effects. We're going to start feeling this tense, like a tense, as we especially move into Scorpio season. That's going to be a bit, we're not doing November yet, but excited to read that one. But October is going to be a month of starting to question things, starting to look at things, starting to be like, this is, but it's also going to be a powerful month. The one thing is great with decisions is when you decide something, when you take action, we all know how great it feels. When you're in that undecisive questioning time, flippy floppy, wishy-washy, you get wishy-washy. So we're not going to have that wishy-washy as much. We're going to be more decisive. We're just going to be more in our power, saying, this just isn't working for me. I'm done. We're going to get pushed to the limit. So I do like that. That's what eclipses do. Eclipses is the universe's way of like propelling us into like, we can't do this anymore. We got to let this go. And sometimes it has to get to that tense way. So I do feel that. The other thing that's coming up is manifesting, my favorite thing. My book is Manifest Anything You Want 30 Days. Been teaching manifesting, and we do a lot of this in my goddess retreat. So manifesting is going to happen so fast. I'm just so excited. It's just going to keep revving up and getting faster and faster. So this is where I said things are going to become things. Your thoughts, your words, your stories are going to become things. So speak them into existence, see them into existence. They're going to actualize. And I just see so much abundance. So abundance isn't just prosperity. Abundance is all kinds of things, right? So when you're putting that out there, that energy, that of what you're wanting to create or bring into your life, see it as though it's already happening. You're embodying it. You're becoming it. And boom, things are just gonna like land in your lap. Synchronicities, your soul tribe, new friends, new people, new relationships. Whatever you've been putting out there, this is the month that you're gonna start seeing the synchronicity of that come about. The other thing I see is karma. This is the karma year. So karma is going to come back. If you've been bad, you're going to better watch out, because karma is going to hit you in the butt. If you've been good, karma's going to be on your side. So this is the month that court cases could get done, divorces, things like that. This is the month that those are going to be happening. And we're also in the number numerology of 1. So October is really the first of the year, the first of the month. So you're starting fresh. 9, we wrapped up. September, we wrapped things up. We were harvest time. Now we start fresh. So you're going to start feeling like new beginnings. You're going to be like, ooh, I really want to start this. I want to create this. And this is also where I see new partnerships coming into your life. So new partnerships will be with relationships, but also new partnerships within business and new clients. You may be firing some old clients or old customers, and you may be getting some new of those. And really, it's a month of up-leveling. We're going to be craving up-leveling in our life. So that means we first have to up-level ourselves. This means looking at your life and seeing, where do I have to up-level my story? What vibration do I need to up-level within myself? Always come back to you. That's what my goddess retreats are about, is we come back to ourselves and we really release and let go of those things, those guilt, the shame, the stories that you've been holding so hard on, and trauma. This is also the year of trauma. We're releasing the trauma. So I invite you, especially this month, to release the trauma so you can just manifest this magic. So knowing that the earth is purging and clearing and systems are going away, back to why I do not see a president election, we are going to see systems fall. And they're going to continue starting this month, even fall even deeper. So we're going to start seeing changing of rules, changing of legislations. We're going to start seeing and hearing, I guess that would be words, hearing more. We're going to start seeing the systems fall. Systems, we've been in systems since forever. Systems of government, systems of school systems, systems of money. We're also going to see money. You're going to see a lot. I've been saying we're going to see, stock markets for sure going to start being all over the place. But also we're going to go to a cashless system. Starbucks is already starting that this month. Everybody else will start following too, guys. So I don't know what we're going to do with the cash. I definitely see a currency. I definitely feel we're going to continue to move that way, especially starting this month. So we're going to move into a cashless system. There again, it's a system. Systems need to fall away because systems keep you limited and they keep you small. So and we've way outgrown the systems like a long time ago. And we're only going to continue to move out of outdated systems. And the election is an outdated system. A presidency is an outdated system. So I do feel those are going to continue to fall. And especially this month, we're going to see and hear. We're going to hear. I'm looking at the White House and stuff, and we're going to see a lot of different changes in the White House. I just saw the movie Reagan, and I learned a lot in Reagan. I was a little kid when Reagan was elected, so I knew my parents loved him, but I didn't know much about him. But just the way the system was within the presidency was very fascinating. And if you didn't see the movie, see it, because also how history repeats itself. Back then it was the Soviet Union. Still don't know a lot about this because I was still little and didn't really care about stuff back then like that. But about the Soviet Union and the Palestine, I think it was Palestine, where they were doing these protests. And now look at, did I get that backwards? And now we're doing protests too. So it's really interesting on how synchronicity it is. If you look at the storm too, you guys might not have known this. Helene, I want to keep on calling her Helen. Helene, it was the same hurricane, the same day, the same category, hit the same place back in 1958. That's kind of freaky weird. Just saying. I think that's odd. You can go Google this and check it out. I think it's very interesting on how that happened. So this is the month also you're going to see a repeat where you can see some past things come back up into your life. And these past things, meaning exes, remember exes are exes for a reason. Usually they don't change, but I'm not just talking ex-lovers. I'm talking ex-jobs, maybe some decisions you were trying to think about. Those could also come up because this is the month for you to finally make a decision and stick by it. So make that decision, stick by it. Even if it's a decision to say, I'm not going to decide right now, I'm going to wait a month, but I'm going to make that decision. This is also the month that you're going to start really needing to speak up. I've been talking about this and how important our body is going to be talking to us. That pain in your neck, that pain in your head, wherever it is it is going to be screaming at you. It's going to be like, I am so painful because you have not said something to someone, or you have not been speaking your truth, or you haven't been letting go of that guilt. Whatever it is, your body's going to be speaking to you. And this month, for sure, as we're in eclipse season, back to, like I said, a lot of people are going to be leaving the planet. A lot. They've already been leaving the planet, but a lot of people in that lower frequency vibration are going to be leaving the planet. This is always a time, eclipse is always a time when people leave. I'm a medium, been dealing with death for many years. And the other thing is we're moving into winter solstice. So this is also a time, winter solstice is always about death and beginning. Eclipse is always about death and beginning. So this could be literally a death or just an energetic death of a job or something like that too. So know that, you know, Indians are great. Yes, are they sad? You know, even relationships, even if you love that person, but you know, they're toxic, they're horrible, whatever, right? That ending needs to happen for both of you, especially moving into the new world, because if you are in a toxic and a toxic relationship doesn't start toxic, is what happens when that toxic relationship becomes toxic. It's really that you've gone, and I mean, there are toxic people out there. I'm not saying like if they've been, you know, if they're narcissists or something like that, that is definitely run, get out as soon as I can. So toxic relationships become toxic because you've actually outstayed the expiration date. There's all expiration dates. We stay for so many reasons. Not saying that's bad, but it's what happens is every single thing is either growing or dying. So it's growing, and then it should have been over a long time ago, and it turns into a weed because you guys keep it together however it is. So we're going to see that toxic, and it could be a job too. You could be at a job for 20 years. If you've been doing the same job, well, I have been, but I do a whole bunch of different things. If you've been doing the same thing for 20 years at the same job, yet you're not growing. You died in that job a long time ago, you know? So we're going to see these endings. We're going to see major endings, and know that they're a good thing if this does happen to you, especially if you're very stubborn and it takes for you to get fired when you knew you should have left that job a long time ago, then so be it. Know that something better is coming. Can't stress this enough with eclipse. And eclipse also means for 6 months, things could be eclipsing out of your life. So they happen for 6 months. Already though, we're in the eclipse season because it started back in September. So this one's going to be a doozy, and this one's really going to be focused on relationships. And also I see relationships eclipsing in. So this is going to be an awesome time. Your tribe, your friends, finding new people, you know, they're also going to be coming in. And this is the other thing I see. We're going to see so many cool things in the universe. I see. We're going to look up at the sky. So definitely be looking at the sky. Send me stuff. I get people send me stuff all the time. So please send me stuff. Look up at the sky, and we're going to see colors. We're going to see UFOs, but they're going to be different. They're going to be maybe comets, and maybe we'll have some, I see glowing sky. So like one day we look out and there's yellow or blue at night. I mean, I just see a whole bunch of weird things where we're going to look up and be like, what is that? And it's going to be cool. I see a lot of that. Want to also make sure I talk about California, because I do feel right now it's going to start this month is where we're going to start seeing a rippling effect in California, or West Coast. I'm going to say the Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire goes up the West Coast, Mexico, California, Alaska, goes all the way to Japan, Hawaii. These are going to be your hot spots. So we're going to start seeing that this month. We're going to start seeing rumbling going on. So I already told you the earthquakes are going to start. I also see some tsunamis, back to water, flooding, tsunamis, earthquakes. Think of all this stuff. We're going to start seeing the fires start in California on the West Coast. Maybe even like, yeah, Alaska still feels like a hot spot too. I remember last time I had a dream right before. I had a dream about Alaska getting hit by a hurricane. This was a couple months ago, or even just a month ago, and then it did. I was like, how does Alaska have a hurricane? We're going to see things like that. We're going to be like, they don't normally have this. That is exactly what's happening, is as the universe shifts, the whole entire planet from inside is going to be releasing and expressing and clearing out the toxic energy. So this is where earthquakes are going to happen in not normal places, and they're going to become bigger, and California is definitely going to get bigger. I also see Hawaii being a hot spot. The volcano, I'm feeling that is really going to start rumbling. Volcano. I see rumbling West Coast too. I don't really know if that's West Coast. Yellowstone's going to be another hot spot. I see the geysers kind of start. I actually see them sinking. So sinkholes are going to start coming. Just be prepared, and I would be prepared all over. Back to water, and I'm posting that, and I will be emailing it out, this really cool water thing. Get a lot of water, because water is going to be everywhere. Even if it doesn't hit us locally, it's going to be toxic, and there's going to be flooding globally. So just be prepared. We're in Pisces, and Pisces is all about water, and it's flooding, and it's clearing out. The other thing I would do is stock up on food. You know, I thought about this the other day. It's about growing food, but you can't really grow food if you have a flood. So patriot.com is always a great place to get food. It might not be that great, but at least you got something, and you should always be prepared anyways. But it is a wonderful time to manifest, be thinking positive thoughts. We are definitely going to be shifting our conscious mind too. This is the month that you're going to be super intuitive, super psychic. You're just going to be like, wow, how is this coming in? Dreams, listen to them, listen to your intuition. We're all moving into intuition. Your intuition is 100% accurate, so listen to it. It's that simple. I always end this with some cards. I know you guys like the cards, and since this is my witch month that I love, Let's Get Witchy, I'm going to do my witch cards here so we can see these here too, and reminding you guys, I know this was kind of long, sorry, reminding you guys too that I am going to be Agatha. Can't wait. Yeah, I do step by step. You don't need to know how to paint. Been painting my goddesses for many years, having got my own oracle deck coming out soon with them. And you will have a blast. And yes, of course, I'm going to have some wine and some goodies to go with it here. So make sure to check that out when that is my goddess retreat again in November 2nd and 3rd. Okay, so let's see here. Told ya. I always love doing the cards because I'm like, I can't make this shit up. And here they are. Oh my God, this is just amazing. All right. First card here, guys. I mean, we're all going to love this. Just like I told you, it's going to be an abundant month, okay? Don't get stuck in prosperity on how prosperity comes to you, you know, freaking out. Even when they take away the system, it doesn't matter. Money is the same as energy. So remember that. Money mind is energy, okay? So prosperity of abundance. We are going to feel like things are just going to come together. This is the month synchronicity is going to come together. And you know, for things to come together, things have to fall away. So those ugly stories need to fall away. Those people, those situations that you've been holding on to so tight, they got to fall away for good to happen, right? So that's exactly what's happening here as we sit back and we're like sipping our drink and being like, yes, let's just let the magic of the universe do it for us. Much easier. So I love this. Make a move. So this is your wishes and desires. And I also feel with this is some of you will be moving. Unfortunately, I see the water here again too. So I do feel there is definitely going to be a lot of water coming in this month. So we're going to see water in all different ways. And this might make you move too. So it might make you move somewhere else, you know. I would go on with the story, but I've already done too much here, too long. And look, this is, oh my God, this is just everything that I said, right? We are going to be clearing out the old, moving forward into the new, nice, clear. After this month, I know we still have some storms coming up. We still have some weird stuff coming here on the East Coast, because then it's going to flip onto the West Coast, because then they go into their rainy season. But this is all about, and we're going to get help. I really like this. So support's going to show up for you. Help's going to show up for you. If you look at this ship here, it's like people will have your back. Those people that are going to help you evolve and grow your heart and soul and grow your relationship, they're coming here. They're coming in out of the blue, and I feel a lot of that. So I really love this. I love this month. All right. So everyone, have a magical month. I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Vicki-Miller.com.